Hey everybody, it's Noni Walker of NoniWalker.com, N-O-N-I Walker.com. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing the brightest shirt in America today. This was a gift from a project I worked on before, and I love it. It just puts me in a good mood to wear it. But I'm sitting in here bringing you a message from the lovely confines of my car, but that's okay because it's the message that's important, right? I'm out running errands, and all day I've been reflecting on what I feel has been an important lesson. I've come back to something, and it's come full cycle, and I realized it last night while being out at an event dancing. And I've just been meditating on it all day today and wanted to see if perhaps it might resonate with you. The message today is that life is always moving, okay? The energy of life is always moving, it's always changing. And when we talk about just, the flow of the universe, nothing is ever stationary in the universe. Nothing is ever stationary in life. I mean, sure, you might look at a building. I gotta turn the air on because it's hot. You might look at a building and say, well, we have buildings that are the same. Sure, that's a given. But really, when you look at the energy of life and the activities, the events, the flow, the seasons, life is always changing and the energy in the universe is always moving. How does this relate to you? Well, if you find that you have been stuck in a negative cycle, right? Things keep happening to you. You find yourself in a repeated pattern of something, where it could be relationships, jobs, anything. Just you find that you're in the same cycle over and over, and you're wondering why. Why is this happening to me? Here's two important tips that I think if you look further at, you could actually discover the reason why and pull yourself out of being stuck in a negative cycle and into the energy that the universe is naturally in, which is constantly moving and constantly going forward. The first thing is that if you're in a negative cycle, you're in a repeated cycle of negative activities, is to look at perhaps there is a belief that you're still attached to that is not serving you. And because you keep attaching to the belief, acting out on that belief, then you're finding yourself in a negative cycle. So here's an example. Suppose through school or through your parents, they told you that you've always been really good in computers, right? It's not really your passion, but you're good in it. So there's a belief that I'm supposed to do what I'm good at. I'm supposed to do what the world has always been showing me that I'm good at. So you go time and time again and you work for company A doing stuff with computers and IT, and you find that after 2 years you can't stand your boss, you can't stand your coworkers, and you leave. Well, then you say, well, I got to keep with this belief though, that I got to do what I'm good at, do what the world has showed me that I'm good at. And you go back and go to company B, find another job in IT, and within 2 years, something bad happened. Maybe they went under, and you're miserable again, and you've got to leave before they go under. Then you go on to company C and keep doing the same thing. You keep finding another company, right? A different face, but you find yourself in the same situation. This is example A of that perhaps because you're attached to a belief that does not serve you, that's the reason why you're going through these negative cycles. So when you become in tune with yourself and understand what it is that you're truly passionate about, and you give yourself that permission to do that, then you will find that you can break that cycle as to why you're not successful at all of these companies, because you're doing something you don't like. You've been giving into a belief that does not serve you. The second reason that you may find yourself in a repeated cycle of negative activities, negative relationships that just never seem to work out. It's like, you may be with one person for 2 years, then you go back, you're with another person, but it's like the same thing keeps happening. Goes back to forgiveness. Forgiveness. You may be lacking in an area of life that you are not aware of, that you have not forgiven. So let's say, here's an example, a person, this is my personal story, and I'm sure it is a lot of people out there. A person gets divorced. The longer they spend time sitting in a frame of mind where they don't forgive that person, they will continue to attract like the same type of relationship, different person, same relationship. And it's easy to go and blame those other people. Well, he was crazy, and this other guy didn't have his stuff together, and this person, did this to me. It is not about the other people, boo. It is about the fact that if you have not properly gone through that forgiveness of that situation, forgiveness of the other person, or forgiveness of yourself, that you're going to keep attracting another situation from life to prove to you how much you do need to move through forgiveness. So I hope I've given you some good examples. I don't want to make this too long, but if you find that you, or even a friend, if you find that you're going through repeated cycles, I'm always in some drama, I always feel like I'm broke, I always feel like I get the bad relationships, it's not about those other things. If you look at these two things in your life, perhaps you're attached to a belief that doesn't serve you, or perhaps you have not forgiven a person, situation, or yourself. That could actually help break that pattern for you and lead you into another mode of freedom in that area of your life. And that's what I'm all about, folks, is how to live free, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. All right, if this video helped you, I encourage you to leave some comments below. Whether you're seeing this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, leave me some comments and let me know if any of this resonated with you. And until next time, this is Noni Walker. You can find me at noniwalker.com, saying live well, live free. Bye.